With the historical video I've been talking about, we're now on my third try. I keep botching the audio. So I'm trying to get this to come out right. There's a couple of video splices in here I'm just not in the mood to deal with. So we're just going to go through the video as is and try and get the audio right. But enough of my technical problems. We're going to get into the video here. A little bit of background. Most of my family and a good number of my friends all attended Kennedy High School in Taylor. They had an open house I was unable to make it to. But thankfully one of my relatives did make it because there was an item in there I wanted to recover from the school. My late uncle, Daryl Michael Vroman, who I knew as Uncle Mike my whole life. He went by Mike because there were so many Donalds in the family. He was actually from the first graduating class of Kennedy High School. If you went down the one hallway where they kept all the graduating pictures, all the seniors that graduated that year, he was at the end of the hallway on the very first picture. You know, it was all the kids that graduated that year. It wasn't just him, it was the whole class. But thankfully that item was recovered and is now in my family's possession. So, if you didn't attend Kennedy, the school means nothing to you. This will just be for family and friends, and this is just a video of an old building then, so a little bit of a historical documentary of this old building. Although I didn't attend the open house, I did get permission to come to the school and shoot some video for historical reasons before they tore it down. So this video is going to start with me meeting one of the utility workers at the back door. They're at the back waiting on me, and I'm about to knock on this door and walk in. It's going to run for a second because I had it paused when I shot the first video. Just dealing with editing problems here. And you see the other cursor in the video trying to get the video situated. So I'm just going to fast forward here a little bit. Try to actually get into the video. Because I sat there talking just like I did now, trying to set the video up. Oh, okay, here we go. Knocked on the door. And they let me in. And we're going to be starting in the back of the school. Let me pause it right here. The back of the school, we're here on the east side. Out the north of the school will be North Line Road. Out the south of the school, if you go far enough, you'll be at Eureka, down where the Myers is. We're starting out in the specialty classrooms where the auto lab, the auto garage was. That maintenance store was like right next to the garage doors for the auto lab and technology lab, the ceramics lab. But we're starting here in the JROTC room. I forget what ROTC stands for, but this is basically a Marine class you can take in school if you remember. Now this looks like some damage from vandals. It could have been just moving it around. But during the open house, no one took none of these trophies. So I went ahead and got a good close-up video of these, like just shooting this video for historical purposes, trying to preserve what I can before the school got demolished. And we're going into the music room. And the entire time through junior high and high school, I played saxophone. So I sat right there on the corner on the second tier. The first tier would be your flutes. Your second tier starts the clarinets and saxophones. So I spent a lot of time there. Here I'm told this was the ceramic room, and these are the kilns where they would cure the various ceramic items they'd make. And you see the utility out there, the electrical boxes, I assume. Now we're moving into the kitchen area. I believe this is the staff area. That's probably the main kitchen where they prepare the food. Then we're going to move into what I believe is the serving area. Whole lot of fries were sent over the counter over the years. Then we're going to be moving into the main area, the cafeteria, where you'd sit down and eat. You'll see the stage over to my left as I step in. That's out the back side of the school, depending on how you look at the school. I'll say, let's see, east side of the school. Those windows are facing out south toward the old tennis courts, toward the football field. Now you're going to see me here in a second. I'm pointing to the utility worker where there was a table sitting. Now I had a little altercation there that resulted from a altercation in the 5th grade. There's this kid, Leo Lamberis, that was picking on me, which he should not have been doing. He got picked on as well. We both got picked on. But during a game of dodgeball, we were playing a variant called Jailbreak. I caught him cheating, and it erupted into a fight, and I clearly got the better of him, and I beat his face in so bad. The entire side of his face was swollen up, all purple. The principal screaming at me for what I did to his face. I'm not going to say it was right. I'm not going to say he didn't deserve it either. He took his time aggravating me, and he ended up paying for it. But we're both now freshmen in the 9th grade. And he decides to try and reinvent himself as a bully on his freshman year. And I'm sitting here thinking, I want to go to college. This is high school. I need to start doing right. And he starts trying to pick a fight, and I'm like, don't do this. I'm thinking to myself, not now. What he didn't know, now this is back before I lost my faith and became an atheist. I had been befriended by the Bible Club. These guys were pretty much all seniors and big football players, like what I sometimes might call an all-American. Now these are straight-edge Christians, and they were never going to hurt him, but he didn't know that. And the one guy kind of looked at his other friends like, you see this? You see this? Let's go. And then they all just kind of sat down real quick like, hey, what's up? What's going on, guys? Are you all being friends here? And he realized what was happening. I had 5 friends for seniors right at the beginning of school, and he just turned white, grabbed his tray of food, and he slinked away. And I thought it was hilarious, so I was telling the guy here walking me through the school this story. But yeah, he chose to never mess with me again after that point. But we'll go ahead and continue on with the video here. Like I said, the audio I shot didn't really come through. The cell phone didn't pick nothing up. You see me there pointing out where the table was. My last attempt to shoot the video. Let's see if I can speed along a little bit. The video's dead where I'm talking. Just give me just a moment here. I suck at editing. I'm still learning. All right, here we go. On with the tour. All right, facing out the school. These are the side doors that empty out toward the old tennis courts. And the cafeteria is sitting here on our right. Everything had to be piled into the hallways so they could get in the classrooms and rip the asbestos out. I guess the asbestos was in the old tiles they used on the floor. I was always used to being in the ceiling. Now we're coming into the gymnasium. I'm telling the utility worker here, like 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the gym teacher's idea of gym class was to tell us to go out to the football field and run a mile. So that was fun. I don't remember my best time, but this one kid destroyed us. He ran like a sub 7-second mile where most people were coming in, 7-minute mile. Most of us were coming in above 11 minutes, and like, wow, that guy was fast. Going through the boys' locker room area here, the showers. Up beyond this ramp is actually a point I never went past when I was in school. This door leads to a hallway going back to the gym. This next door, I'm told, was the weight room. I'm guessing if it didn't get grabbed during open house, the other school employees grabbed it, but apparently this was one point full of all types of weight equipment. And just another exit out to school. These are all the south side exits. This is the pool room, which I really wanted to make it in because I never once went in the pool room in Kennedy. And you see the stuff floating in the pool and how murky the water is. I didn't realize how deep that pool was. I was kind of exploring the edges, and I got warned that that water is deceptively deep. I thought that stuff was sitting on the ground and the pool was slightly full of water. Apparently the shallow end of that pool is quite deep, and I almost made a mistake. So I'll tell you, if you ever see a pool in that condition, stay away from that water. It is deceptively deep. There was a issue where they weren't supposed to drain the pool because they knew it was bad, and someone drained it anyway. The water was basically holding the pool together from the inside. When they drained it, the pool cracked, and all that water seeped in. That's groundwater that came through the foundation. That's not the fresh, clean water from the city. And right here, I think I had a video jam problem, so I might have to skip ahead. Yes. We're about to jump to the other side of the pool. See, there's me resetting the video from the one try. Just let it get to the point. We're about to go to the little maintenance area next to the pool. You'll see some large pipes. We think those were for filling and draining the pool for maintenance. There's a big hole back there that I was warned to stay away from. You'll see it when it gets there in the video. Let's bump it just a little bit here. Okay, yeah. Let me, oh, no. I should have just let it play. Pressing buttons. Okay, there's a panning of the pool. Now we skip to the other corner. Sand where they were working. But that's one of two big holes you got to be careful about. Apparently they were trying to do some work on the pool before they gave up and shut the school down. And this looks like a city drain over here. We assume this was dealing with the large amount of water when they needed to drain the pool, maybe. Not really sure. Yeah, you got to be careful back in that utility room. Here we're at one of the main front doors leading to the parking lot. The main offices are there on the left, with more classrooms on the right. All those rooms on the left are like your principal's office, counselor's office, no real classrooms. Now we're going into the greenhouse through the botany room. I actually had botany, and I can tell you from being in that class, that teacher was unliked. And the school's built like a square with the greenhouse in the middle. I'd never seen it, nearly this overgrown and unmaintained. I don't know how long the school had been shut down at this point, but the kids, especially the ones in botany class, when they'd have an upstairs class on the inside, they would sneak rocks in, and you could just hear them pelting that glass and breaking it. Because I had the botany class, and they raided it a few times when I was in class. I'm told this was the chemistry class. You see those lines coming up. Told those were like gas lines and drains for like running your Bunsen burners and whatnot. Here, a quick view of the principal's office. You see that sign said main office up there. Now we're at the other end of the school. We're up on the northwest side now in the library. And you see all the tile been ripped up. They had to move everything around. Like I said, they didn't want that asbestos there when they tore the school down because that stuff is nasty. And the utility worker was telling me they just put all new bathroom stalls in. Then they ripped them out and moved them to another school because they were brand new. There's one of the murals. I tried to get video of all the murals. I think I didn't get one of them. But we were discussing trying to save them, but there was really no way to saw that brick out. Had we tried, it probably would have just destroyed it anyway. And you see all these numbers are 200 now because we're upstairs. You're about to get a look out the north side of the school. Straight out that window would be North Line Road. No, not yet. This is actually an inside look of the greenhouse. That's the greenhouse there. So that empties out toward the west side into the main parking lot. Now we're facing out the north side, I believe. Let me see the window when I get over there. Yes. That baseball field is where the new school's going, and that's North Rhine Road out there. A little to the right would be Pardee Road. And just as never-ending sequence of classrooms. I didn't shoot a lot of video up here. All the interesting classrooms are on the main floor. These are just normal classrooms, and they're empty, so there's not a lot to see, so I didn't shoot a lot of video. And there's another one of the murals. I thought I got a better picture of it, but I apparently did not. I could not find one in my videos. Just looking around an old abandoned building. And here's some of the vandals showing up right here. I stood there with my camera until they got scared and went away. I didn't want them coming in while I was shooting video. The utility worker was telling me they kept trying to seal the school off, but they'd break windows and get in, and then they'd throw books in the doors to hold the doors open, because the doors just lock from the outside. Being it's a school, the doors can always be open from the inside, so once they get in, they just push a door open and wedge a book in it. And you know, they destroyed a lot of the display cases and stuff in that pool. If you see it, it was full of stuff. They just throwing it in the pool. And this was it. This was my last look at Kennedy High School. For a lot of people, this would be the last look they ever got, because within days of shooting this video, they had started tearing down the school. So if that school meant anything to you, I'm glad I was able to get some video. And if not, that was just a look at an old building. That building is now no longer there. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.